The state pension will be the backbone of your retirement income one day. It's worth over £10,600 a year at today's levels, and that's indexed for life as well. But there is a change happening to the system in July 2023 that means you might not get the full state pension. Now, I have 3 steps for you to take to make sure you're on the right side of that change. And if you're between 45 and 70 years old, you need to know this. Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Pete Matthew and I'm a chartered financial planner based here in the UK. Now, to get the full state pension, you have to have paid into the national insurance system for 35 full years. If you're working full time, you'll be fine to achieve that. But if you've had a career break, worked abroad, or maybe not earned enough to meet the threshold in a given year, then you might have an incomplete national insurance record. Now, as things stand, you can go all the way back to the 2006-2007 tax year, make voluntary contributions to make good any shortfall. But after the 31st of July, you can only go back 6 years, and that's only as far back as the 2017-18 tax year. Any years missed or incomplete before that, they will stay that way. You will not be able to make them up. So, the 3 steps are to check your national insurance record, determine your own trajectory, and then decide whether or not to take action. So firstly, to check whether you have sufficient years in the system or not, you need to log into the gov.uk website and check. I'll put a link to the specific page in the description, but you can just Google check state pension and you'll get there. Now, this is my state pension forecast, and you can see that my birthday is the 23rd of February. Might want to make a note of that and maybe send me some wine next year. I will get the state pension in 2042 when I'll be 67, and that's not at all a weird thought. Scroll down on this page and you'll see that I am forecast to get the full £10,636 per year in today's money from 2042. And this page shows that I need another 4 years of contribution between now and 2041 to be eligible for the full state pension. 4 years off 35, that means that I should have 31 years of contributions already, right? Well, click through to the View Your National Insurance Record page, and you'll see there that it says that I only have 28 years of contribution. Now, I have no idea why there is a discrepancy there, but it certainly doesn't engender confidence in the system. But scroll down further on this page, and you can see which years are complete and which are not. Now, I've got some incomplete years from back when I was at university, but I have 2 years in 2008 and 2009 where for some reason I didn't take enough salary from my company to meet the threshold. Little bit of an oversight there, so do as I say, not as I do, but I was surprised by that. And maybe as you look through your record, you'll get some surprises too. But you can click into the year in question and the site will give you a figure for how much you will need to pay to fill up that year. Now, I have to make a decision whether or not to do that, and that really is our next 2 steps. So step 2 is to determine our trajectory, and in my case, taking the lowest of the figures on the website gives me 28 out of 35 years contributed, so I'm 7 years short. Now, I'm 48 now, and I'll probably work until I'm 60 at least. So there's a pretty good chance of me getting another 7 years of NI contributions in during the next 12 or more years that I'm going to be working. And given that if I'm working, I still have to pay national insurance contributions even if I've hit the 35-year target, for me, I don't think it does make sense to pay in extra to bank those 2 years that I missed in 08 and 09. I'm going to fill them up anyway. But if you don't think that you will hit the 35 years just by working between now and when you want to retire, then you should definitely consider paying in. And remember, the site gives you the amount you need to pay in to claim the missed years. And there is links off that page which will show you how to do that. Maybe you've already stopped work and you can see that you're going to be short. Well, you can pay into the scheme with voluntary NI contributions, and I'll put a link in the description to a page about how that all works. Okay, before we cover whether or not you should pay in, if this video is useful so far, then like and subscribe as usual, but also share it with anybody you know who might be affected by this change. They will thank you for it, and so will I. So, cheers. So now you know your trajectory, and you know from the gov.uk site how much it's going to cost you to put your NI record straight. So now you have to decide, are you going to take action on that or not? Well, one thing that might help you is to look at the numbers. So if the full state pension is a little over £10,600 per year, and you need 35 full years of NI contributions to get that full state pension, then 1 year's NI contribution gets you about £303 of annual state pension income every year for the rest of your life after age 67. And that's an indexed income, remember. It's going to rise every year for life. Now, in my case, the cost of filling up 1 year of missed contributions was £824.20. So I have to pay £824 to bag £303 a year of income. Well, all I have to do is live for about 2 years, 8 months after getting the state pension, and I'm going to get my money back. And after that, it's all profit. So if at age 67, when your state pension starts, your average life expectancy is 85 if you're a male, 87 if you're a female, well, you could turn your £824 into about £6,000 of received state pension income. And that's an inflation-protected return. And there is nowhere else I know of to get that kind of return essentially risk-free. Sure, for every average life expectancy, there are people who die before they reach state pension age. But the potential return is so good in this case that I think it makes financial sense to top up those missed years anyway, because the odds are actually very, very good that you will at least get your money back. But do your own maths. It might actually cost you less to complete the years in your case. Factor in the length of time you have left to work, the possible shortfall when you get to age 67, and then make a decision. If you need help, you can call the Future Pension Centre, which is the government helpline for any questions about the state pension. You might have to wait on hold a little while, they're going to be busy, but they will be really helpful when you get through. A couple of other resources for you, finally. My friend James Shack did a brilliant video on this subject recently, and he put some examples in there which might help you with this, so definitely watch that if you haven't already. And also, there's an excellent set of pages on the Money Saving Expert site, isn't there always? So I'll put links to all these resources in the description under the video. But please don't miss out. Checking your national insurance record takes hardly any time to do, and the return on investment, if you make up the missed years, is better than anything else, any other investment you'll come across in your lifetime. But remember, the clock is ticking. After the 31st of July 2023, you won't be able to go back any more than 6 years to make up any missed years. Okay, hope this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe and share the video. Your friends and family will thank you for it, and I'll see you in the next one.